challenge for most of you as it relates to tripling your sales isn't how do we get the leads, it's how do we convert more of our leads into book jobs, right? Because there's so many channels we can play in. Not hard to do SEO, not hard to tap into local service ads, not hard to activate Home Advisor and Thumbtack, right? The leads are abundant. The conversion tends to be low, right? You're not answering the phones, you're not following up quick enough. Really, what I think is the big problem is 50% to 60% of inbound leads walk away unconverted. I'll say that again because I will work with about 190 plumbing HVAC companies across the country. About 50, 60% of the people that were calling in that were interested in having the AC system installed or having it repaired, either they didn't get an answer, they didn't get the answer that they wanted when they spoke to the person, or they weren't ready to convert right then and there. And 90% of web forms fail to be converted, right? Like that form on your site where someone can enter their name and their email address and request more information or request some additional help. To me, that's where leads go to die, right? Because the form gets filled in, nobody on your team sees it or does anything with it immediately, and so the leads go by the wayside. Give me the one if you're tracking along, like this is a legitimate problem you're probably facing in your business right now. So here's the reality. Here's why this is what it is. Leads that call in and don't get answered, or submit a form that don't get responded to, or start a chat that doesn't have a response, go cold in 15 minutes or less, right? If you're not, probably more like 5 minutes or less, getting them on the phone, starting a two-way conversation with them, they're gone to the next company, right? They're submitting another form, they're making another call until they've got the problem solved. The average customer needs to be touched 5 to 7 times before booking, right? And most home service companies, and I've looked at hundreds of home service companies and how they structure this, are optimized for an inbound call. Hello. Oh, what's the issue? Can we get Bob out there tomorrow at 3, right? If that person doesn't book right on that call, regardless of how well-trained your dispatch is, regardless of how well-trained your CSRs are, nobody is following up after that call. Yes or yes, right? Just give me a yes if that's the case. We know they need to be touched 5 to 7 times. They need to get a follow-up text. They need a follow-up email. They need to get a follow-up voicemail. Hey, did you want to schedule in? Hey, did you get that taken care of? And the companies that do are going to have a massive competitive advantage because there's 2 things at play. Speed to lead. The faster we can follow up with our leads, the higher our conversion rate is. And the persistency of the follow-up. The more consistent we are with following up with all of the leads we have coming in, the more of them are going to wind up converting. The other thing is our customer today prefers to engage via two-way text message. Like given the choice, they'd rather text with you or book directly online than have to call in. And so really this is what we have to do, right? We have to make sure we're following up quickly. We have to make sure we're communicating with them on SMS. We have to make sure we got touch points where we communicate with them a number of times. And so really in my mind, marketing automation is the perfect solution to this. Right? With marketing automation, we can make it where someone fills out a form within the first 2 minutes, they get a text message, a phone call, and an email. Hey, you just filled out the form on our website. Were you interested in scheduling? Or was there any questions that you had that lead to a conversation via text message or phone or email, whatever communication mechanism they want? Yes or yes. Just give me a yes if you know that if you follow up with every lead you got in 2 minutes or less, and if every text message that you get, every call that you get that doesn't get answered had that type of follow-up, you could probably triple or more like 10x the amount of leads that you convert. The answer is absolutely yes. The other thing is we can automate the follow-up. So when someone inquires but doesn't convert, or they submit the form and they don't answer, we have automations that touch them at least 5 times via email, via text message, via SMS. This is not complicated, right? It's literally just, hey, just wanted to check in. Did you get that plumbing situation squared away, ? And if I'm the consumer, I don't have it done yet, logically, I write back, no, not yet. And then you can write back, awesome. Did you want to schedule a time? Here's a link to the calendar where you can book it. Or let me give you a call real quick and let's get that scheduled in. This has huge and powerful ramifications. Ultimately, and when I look at this, I see the average converting at about 30%, and it's because they don't have the follow-up, right? They don't have quick speed of lead. They don't have the automations in place. I really, really believe you can 3 to 10x the conversion rate, which is going to generate more leads. It's going to generate more book jobs. It's going to generate more revenue for your company. And we have built this. We've built an amazing technology that really can help you drive this entire process. It's called Conversion Amp. If you go to conversionamp.com, you can watch some video about it. You can schedule a free demo. This is very cost effective, and it will absolutely triple the amount of sales you're getting without increasing the spend in your marketing. So check it out. Lots of great content there. I would say if you're interested in really just seeing this piece, go to conversionamp.com, hit the book online. You'll get a little form here that you can fill in. Pick a time that works for you. We'll show it to you. This is guaranteed to triple your sales or your money back. Literally, that's how much we believe in this platform. And we've got so many case studies backing that up that we can make that kind of bold guarantee. So this in and of itself, marketing automation put in place on the leads that you've already got coming in will absolutely triple your sales by getting your internet marketing right. So the question here in your workbook, are you following up with leads in 5 minutes or less? Do you have campaigns to follow up with your leads that don't convert 5 to 7 times via phone, SMS, and email? Are you sending database engagement messages via email and text messages to your entire customer base? Are you sending out a newsletter? Are you leveraging automation to get reviews, to get customers to engage with you on social media, to become repeat buyers? I really think the future belongs to the contractors that understand it's not about getting a one-time transaction. It's about taking that one-time transaction and turning that customer into a repeat buyer that uses you again and again, that says good things about you online by posting social reviews and refers you to others, right? Because then you're generating more leads. You're converting more of those leads into sales. You're converting more of those customers into much longer life cycles, into much more revenue per customer that you acquire. And that's what the contractors of the future are going to do. They're really going to position themselves for accelerated growth, going back to our accelerated growth model.